Okay, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's good to be back, bro. I am remastering my favorite video on my channel, and that is how I grew my chest. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. My training philosophy has changed a lot since I had made that video. And don't get me wrong, that video is solid advice and it will help you build a bigger, fuller chest. But I thought I'd just update you guys with my most up-to-date training routine in my 5th year of training. So I started out always beginning my workouts with an isolation movement, like a pec deck, like cable flies, and then I'd move on to my heavy pressing because it would help me improve my mind-muscle connection, and that was something I was really lacking. I'd always never be able to feel my pecs contracting, moving through a full range of motion. I never really connected with my muscles, and pre-exhausting really allowed me to do that. And as such, I saw a huge improvement in my chest, and it got a lot more 3D. My left pectoral, which was lacking compared to my right, grew as well. So I fixed that muscle balance. So overall, starting with that isolation worked really well for me. And then in my 3rd year of training, I began starting with pressing and then finished with hec deck or cable fly and just really pushing as much blood as I can into my pecs. And that also really worked out for me, okay? So the conclusion I've derived is that no matter whether you start with your pressing movements or your isolation movements, you will still see great results, but you should experiment with both to maximize gains, okay? So during the time that I started with my, incline dumbbell press, incline Smith press, I also saw a huge improvement in my chest growth, especially in my upper chest. When I began doing my pressing movements first, I was only training chest once a week, okay? I was going extremely low volume, extremely high intensity, 4-day workout split. I did see amazing results because I was training so hard, extremely slow eccentrics, extremely heavy weights, low rep ranges. I got really strong on my presses. That did generate hypertrophy for me. So both slightly higher volume, higher frequency, and low volume, high intensity workout splits did work for me. But then it got to a point where, although I had seen a lot of chest development, I did reach kind of a plateau. And so I've just started a new training split, which has me training chest twice a week again, chest with triceps on one day and chest with back on another day. And what I want to do for you guys is explain what rep ranges I'm doing, why I'm doing them, what exercises I'm doing, and why I'm doing them. And it's as simple as that. All you need to know is how many sets to take to failure and what exercises to do. You can then choose what body part to train chest with, you can choose what day to train your chest, but the main thing you need to understand is how many sets of failure should I do per workout, and how many sets to failure should I do per week, and what exercises should I do for chest. So I have gone back to starting with my isolation movements, and so on my chest triceps day, I'll start off with a pec deck, and I will do 1 or 2 working sets, failing within the 8 to 12 rep range. This ensures adequate volume, and it allows me to lift heavy. A slightly higher rep range of 8 to 12 on my isolation movements, that's what's getting me better pumps in my workouts. You're shortening your muscle, which is a different way of training. If you were to do a bench press, let's say, then I'll move on to a staple of mine that hasn't changed since the last video, and that's incline Smith press. I will choose a weight where I fail within the 5 to 9 rep range, so I can lift heavy. That's what's gotten me the best results for my upper chest. Then I'll move on to a flat dumbbell press. This is another movement that I love. I really enjoy doing this movement. I didn't used to do it. I do it to target my lower pecs. It is important. As much as people like to emphasize how you need to train your upper chest, you should be doing movements that target your lower chest as well. And flat dumbbell press is an excellent way to go about it. It ensures equal muscle growth for both your left and right pec. 1 working set, fail within 5 to 9 reps. In terms of tempo, really slow and controlled. 2-second concentric, 2-second eccentric, pause for 1 second in the stretch. And then I'll move on to a machine press, okay? Again, targeting the lower pecs predominantly, also a bit of upper chest. My main concern here is dedicating enough volume to training my lower chest, because I did prioritize my upper chest. It did work for me. I did see excellent results with my upper chest, but now I'm slowly starting to think that I'm missing out on some growth because I wasn't training my lower chest as much. So I'm focusing on both my upper chest and my lower chest equally. But the flat press, I will fail within the 8 to 12 rep range. So as I said, I'm not just sticking to the low rep range of 5 to 8. I am using a weight where I fail within the 8 to 12 for more movements now. You want to have effective workouts, but you also want to have fun workouts. So those 4 movements are absolute staples of mine. I've been using them since I've started. Hasn't really changed since then. I don't think it is going to change. Those movements have really allowed me to see incredible results. No fancy hammer strength machines, no TikTok influencer movements. These 4 staples of mine are incredible, and I'll come on to another 3 staples of mine when I do them on my chest and back day. But another thing I want to just mention before I move on is, on my chest triceps day, obviously I transition onto triceps, and what I've been doing recently is I've been doing 1 set till failure of bodyweight dips, and that again is targeting my lower chest. I have really seen the fibers like in your lower chest since I've been doing those bodyweight dips. So that's another thing I would recommend you guys to do. Lean slightly forward when you do them, slowly down, pause in the stretch, and press up and squeeze. Also, it is a lot of triceps involved, which makes it a nice transition into triceps. So yeah, those 5 movements are a staple of mine on my chest triceps day. And then on my chest back day, I'll do only 3 movements. Again, 1 or 2 sets till failure. I'll start off with, on my chest and back day, a standing cable chest fly, close cable stack, have the cables set at the highest point, and then step forward and fly down and in front. So sort of high to low, essentially. I'll fail within the 8 to 12 rep range. I'll make sure to get a good squeeze at the bottom. Then I'll move on to a flat movement. So I'll do a flat Smith press. Last workout, I did a flat dumbbell press. This time I'll do a flat Smith press, okay? I keep things interesting, but I also stick to my staples, Smith press and dumbbells. This time I'll fail within the 8 to 12 rep range instead of the 5 to 9, 1 or 2 sets till failure. And then I'll do a bit of back. So I like to split it up. I'll start with, a couple chest, then a bit of back. Then I'll finish off with chest and back exercise. So my second to last movement, for example, is an incline dumbbell press, my favorite movement for chest in terms of growing my upper chest. And again, I'll do 8 to 12 reps, okay? Take it till failure, slow and controlled, elbows flared, feel the stretch at the bottom, lift a heavy weight, but also one that you can control. Yeah, those are my 8 staple movements. You can pick and choose which ones to do on your different days. If you need help with what exercise to choose for each day, let me know in the comments. I can just reply and help you out. But essentially what this is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to hit that 9 to 12 sets till failure per week, which is supported by the literature. The most up-to-date reliable science does suggest 9 to 12 sets to failure per muscle group per week is optimal for muscle growth. In terms of chest, I've found that you don't want to go too crazy per workout. Something like 4 to 6 sets till failure per workout is optimal, and considering you're doing that twice a week, that's going to allow you to hit that 9 to 12 sets till failure per week range, which is going to ensure adequate growth. So you have your volume down. Now, obviously, I'm trusting that you will train hard and intensely and take your sets till failure, which means that you do as many reps as you possibly can with good form. So then you've got your intensity, and now obviously you've got your exercise ordering and selection. Ordering is not too important. As I said, I went from starting with isolation to starting with pressing to now starting with isolation again. It really is important that you do that. Obviously, you stick to a certain order for a set number of weeks or months, let's say, before you switch. That is ideal, but the order is really not that important. Whatever's free in your gym, just go to it. If you know, okay, Frankie's told me these exercises work, that one's free, let me just go to it if you are in a busy gym. But what's important is you do those exercises, okay? Slow and controlled, squeezing the contraction, pausing in the stretch. These exercises will blow up your chest. And you follow the rep ranges I've told you. Some movements do 5 to 9 reps. Some movements do 8 to 12. Don't go lower, don't go higher, in my opinion, to ensure adequate recovery and obviously to ensure you generate hypertrophy, because reps lower than 5 aren't really that stimulative or causative of hypertrophy. I think I've covered everything in this video. Let me know what video you want to see next. Do you want me to remaster, triceps, biceps, shoulders? If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.